Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is really exciting for me. I am sharing my room makeover. Now this is very special to my heart because 2 years ago I started my channel with a room makeover, and quite honestly it was a transformation, but I'm in a completely different space. I've grown in my design skills, my DIY skills in general. So today we're doing another room makeover. If you're new here, I ask that you do consider joining the family. I post videos around DIY, home renovations, as right now we are renovating my childhood home, and anything where I could pick up a tool, honestly. If you like this video, just give it a huge thumbs up. Now let's get into this room makeover. So here's what my room looks like as of right now. You can see I kind of tested out some paint samples on the wall, but I haven't done much since the last makeover. Everything is pretty much the same. So it's definitely time for an updating. So I'm beginning this makeover with a lot of prep work. I'm starting off with taping my baseboards off so it can be protected, and then I am going to go in later and paint those pure white. I also took off all my plug outlets covers, and then covering up any nail holes or holes that are in my wall because I won't be using any of the pieces that I already had hung up, so I wanted to cover those because it will truly show through on some white paint. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to prime these walls first because we are going to a lighter color from these gray walls, and I only bought one can of paint. We're gonna see if I can do it with one can of paint. So I'm gonna do my primer first, do probably like one coat, and then see how that coats it. Let's go. I will have everything linked in the description box that I used during this makeover, but I'm using the BEHR Marquee paint in the color Cameo White. So the idea that I have for this room, I really love the picture frame accent walls. So I wanted to go ahead and move my bedside tables back into the room. I actually built these a few months ago, and I have that video linked on my channel. But to do that, I want to base these picture frame accents off of my bedside tables. So I'm just kind of taping off the wall to see like where I want them, how wide, and just really so I can visualize it in my head and see it in person before I actually cut the wood and measure it out. I'm using white hardwood colonial trim to create this accent on my wall, and I cut them down using my miter saw and just angle it at a 45 degree so I can make sure that it has a 90-degree angle, so when they meet it lines up perfectly. And if it doesn't, you can caulk it and just fill in those lines and gaps or anything like that to make it look seamless. I went ahead and painted the frames the same color as my wall just so it can be seamless, and you can caulk to make sure that those lines don't show. Now I'm installing some sconces lights. No, I did not wire through the wall. I'm actually just gonna put these up here for decor, but I can use puck lights also to actually make it look like it has a light bulb in there without wiring through. Alright, so it's time for me to go ahead and build this bench. I want to sit a bench at the end of my bed. So I looked around, looked online. I was going to buy one originally, but the ones that I liked were in the thousands, $2,000. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not spending that on something that I'm probably going to barely sit on. So of course, you know what, I'm going to build it. I decided to go ahead and build one. I went and found some material from Joann's. It kind of gives off this wool look, and it's very like creamy looking, so very great for what we're working with in the room. The tones are already here, so I'm gonna do that. I'm not working with any sets of plans. I'm gonna go ahead and just build it on my own and just kind of take measurements and say this is what I want. So let's go ahead and build this bench so we can finish up this room. Okay, so I have all of my wood pieces cut down. I do think for the legs I might end up having to cut some more of these pieces, but I'm not sure yet. I'm going to just go ahead and build it. I'm using my Craig jig to create pocket holes so I can make the frame for both my legs and my seat of my bench. So using these kind of hides those screws in those so you can't see it to the open eye. Now when I'm attaching my frames together, I decided to just use screws. I didn't want to really hide those because those won't be seen. You literally have to look under the bench to see those. And I'm just using also some wood glue so it can have a nice and sturdy hold. Now later on in the video, you'll see me come back and add on some more pieces for my legs, and I did I feel like that just gave us some more support, but it also was just more of a decorative piece that I wanted to have. Now, this was my first time actually upholstering something on my own, and honestly, I had to make it do with what I had. I had this foam I found in my garage that I bought a couple of like 2 years ago to make something, and I never end up making it, so it came in handy. So each piece of foam was 1 inch thick, so I doubled it up to make it a 2 inch thickness so I can have a good cushion on the bench. And you can see I kind of ran out, but I made it work, and it you can't even tell from the base. And then I'm going ahead and putting the little foam on, and then I'm going to put my fabric on top of that. I also used my craig jig to create pocket holes on my frame so I can attach my framing to my seat. So once everything is built, it's time to just fully go ahead and decorate this room, which I'm really excited for you all to see. And here is the final reveal, guys. I am so in love with this room. It just feels so peaceful to me, and I enjoy being in this space. I hope that you enjoyed this video too. Give it a huge thumbs up if you did, and if you're new, please consider joining the family. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!